our starting point, we have to acknowledge that we're just unhappy with ourselves. And as I was researching for this episode, I encountered this book called Happiness Hypothesis. It was written by a fellow named Jonathan Haidt, and he lays out 3 theories on happiness. Theory number 1 says, happiness comes from getting what you want. And this is it's a really simplified view of the world. And scientific research tells us that this happiness is short-lived and just leaves you feeling empty. And this is why people that just pursue getting rich or career success or fame, they just lose out in life. So this theory doesn't really hold water.
Yeah, it's exactly how I feel after ordering pizza.
Care to expand on that? How do you feel after ordering pizza?
It's good. You feel full for a while, and then you're hungry.
Now, theory number 2 he shared in his book, he says, happiness comes from within and cannot be obtained by making the world conform to your desires. Now, this is a concept widely accepted by ancient philosophy. The idea behind it is if you change your mind, that's usually more effective than trying to change the world around you. And just a couple of examples here. Asceticism. These are religious folks that abstain from worldly pleasures in an effort to pursue spiritual growth. And then you have, on the other side of that, escapists. This would be someone who wants to build an off-grid cabin in the woods to escape the rat race. Now, I have friends who have off-grid cabins and stuff like that, so not criticizing any of you, but there are some that take it to the point of, I don't ever want to see people again. So, and they have the idea that they can just withdraw completely from human connection and not go insane. So that doesn't work. But a contrary view to this theory is scientific research. It just simply shows that there are some things outside of us that are worth striving for.
Yeah, I can see why this theory would get traction, right? Because you're really focusing on what you can control.
Right.
If I can control this, then I can then affect the outcome.
Yeah. Theory number 3, now this is the author's viewpoint, the one he's adopted. He said there are external conditions of life that can make you happier over the long term. And one of these conditions is relatedness. So these are the bonds that we form with other people, and we need to form these with others. From this perspective, happiness comes from within, but there's also an aspect of it that comes from outside of you. And we just need to get the balance between internal and external to find happiness. So the takeaway here is we humans spend a lot of time trying to find happiness. Many books are written on these topics, but the reality is we're very unhappy with ourselves.